Hello, I'm Al their butt.
And I'm Mason Kilberg.
Welcome to the Wildcat Rewind.
On Tuesday, February 17th, the Wildcat boys basketball team traveled to Hortonville to take on the Polar Bears, winning 73-65, with senior Joey Ware scoring 24 and sophomore Carter Kufel scoring 18. On Friday, February 20th, the Wildcats took on their crosstown rival in the Oshkosh North Spartans. Unfortunately for the Wildcats, the Spartans took the lead early and didn't let it go, winning 80-33. On February 26th, the boys basketball team looks to bounce back against the Appleton East to take on the Patriots in the final game of the regular season. Good luck, boys. Now let's keep the ball bouncing as we turn our attention to the girls.
On Friday, February 20th, the Lady Wildcats pull off a thrilling 61-60 comeback victory against their bitter rivals, the Oshkosh North Spartans. Despite trailing by 11 points at one stage of the game, the Wildcats managed to scrape in a razor-thin finish. Senior Ava Strasser led the team's effort with a double-double, recording 17 points and 11 rebounds. Sophomore Cameron Stoffaker followed up with 13 points, including the clutch, game-winning three-point, while fellow sophomore Kinsey Nelson had a team-high 13 rebounds. Let's send it over to Alex Frank as he interviews Ethan Toppins.
Hey guys, Pressure Frank here. And today we'll be interviewing track athlete star Ethan Toppins.
Hey guys.
What are you most excited for this upcoming season, Ethan?
For the upcoming season, last year I hit 38 feet and 3.5 inches, and then this year my goal is to hit about 42 feet this year. That'll take me right over the top 5 of all time for triple jumpers at West. So that's a pretty ambitious goal of mine, but my secondary goal is to get to sectionals, if not state this year. Last year I made regionals, and I think it's pretty much my grasp. So I'm pretty excited for this upcoming season, and I have some big things I want to accomplish.
Sounds great. How do you think you and the team will do this upcoming season, Ethan?
I think me and the team are going to do pretty well. Last year in the conference we placed, I think 8th, boys and girls. But this season we have a lot of decent returning athletes. Our field is looking pretty strong this year. Triple jump, pole vault, and long jump all look pretty solid this year. And our sprints, we got a returning senior, and then
Tasty. On Tuesday, February 17th, the Ice Hawks traveled down to the Kettle Moraine Ice Center to take on the West Bend Bears in the first game of the Division I Section 2 playoffs. The Ice Hawks traveled down in style and wanted to avenge their first-round exit last year to the Notre Dame Academy Tritons. The first period remained scoreless, and then the Bears took an early 2-0 lead in the second. Trent Krieger responded with a goal of his own shortly after, putting the Hawks in reach 2-1. At the start of the third, Zach Simple had an absolute snipe of a power play, tying the game 2-2. Overtime was required to pick the winner. Unfortunately, the Bears scored in overtime, beating the Hawks in a devastating overtime loss, 3-2. Even though their loss hurt, the season was far from failure. The Hawks finished with a 9-15 record, beating the previous season of 2-23. Congratulations to the new coaching staff and the team for a great season.
On February 20th, our state qualifying swimmers Logan Auksher, Evan Booms, Sam Robley, Caleb Bergen, and Carter Crow headed down to the WIA State Swim Meet at Waukesha South for the first time in 8 years. The Wildcats swam their hardest with incredible finishes, including Caleb Bergen coming in 22nd in the 200 freestyle and 24th in the 500 freestyle, with the 200 freestyle relay of Carter Crow, Sam Robley, Evan Booms, and Caleb Bergen taking 23rd. What a great way to end the season, boys. Good luck to Preston Snyder as he moves on to state for wrestling. This is all we have for you today at the Wildcat Rewind. Have a great day and go Wildcats!